one of the things that I love that the show spotlights is throughout the challenges, the changes that have taken place in the music industry. It means a different thing to be an artist in 2024 than it did 10, 15 years ago. So,
Yeah.
can you talk to me a bit about choosing the challenges and how they reflect the current state of the music industry, where it's more singles driven, more different types of areas of focus than just the performance aspect?
Well, as much as the industry changes, I still feel like it really matters that connection that you have with your audience. It really matters that you're a great songwriter and you create songs that can endure and connect and make an impact. I think, especially in hip hop, it really matters that you're authentic and you're true to yourself. And so, what I love about the show is that we really get to know these artists and their stories. And hip hop is such an autobiographical genre. It's about where you're from and who you are and your story. I think almost more than any other genre in music, it's so much about the storytelling of who you are. And as much as the industry has changed and there's obviously streaming has taken over, there's so many different factors in the business side of it, I still believe that at the core, the way you connect is being an authentic, expert storyteller, making great songs, making great music, and having a fan base that really sees you and connects to who you are. And I believe the show gives our artists the opportunity to really do that.
Yeah, and I would just add that we also reached out to the community. We reached out to the A&R folks, Dallas Martin. We reached out to Kendrick's camp. We reached out to the people that are still helping to define the culture today and what hip hop is today. So we shared what we were doing creatively and we welcomed their input to what we were trying to accomplish. So by the time we had a finished product, we really felt genuinely that we created something that was for today and for the times and contemporary.
And so I like the mention of the, EGOT status and how we got there. So for Get Lifted as a company, how does this season of Rhythm and Flow, or overall that experience, shape and inform your next projects or things that you want to work on in the future?
Well, like I said, we want more of this. We want more countries, more languages doing this, and we're continuing to build. We've got a couple Broadway shows, musicals that I'm writing the music and lyric for. I'm even writing some rap for one of them, and so I'm excited for that. And we've got a lot of great creative work we're working on, scripted series for television, film, all the above.
Our whole thing is always about being smart and elevated and multicultural. And that kind of North Star allows us to play on different verticals, again, whether it's TV, film, Broadway, books. As long as we're hitting that kind of like elevated, thoughtful content, that's the key for us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ken.
Thanks, Joe.
Additionally, there's also a podcast I hear that's starting to bubble over.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Why Not Me?
Why Not Me? Yeah.
So Mike hosts this podcast, Why Not Me? And it interviews people like myself, Kerry Washington, directors, producers, actors, all people of color who are making their way in this business and serving as an example, giving people the cheat code of how they've done it and how other aspiring artists could do it for themselves.
Yeah, the goal of it really is about origin story. Like you can see a Marlon Wayans or a John Legend or Gabby Thomas and think and admire their lives currently. But the real question is, how did you get from birth to there? And we don't do cradle to grave, but we do talk a lot about origin story, family environment, where you're from. And obviously we highlight the big points of your career, but it's an evergreen conversation. It's not so much about promoting a thing. It's about like sharing your journey. And, we're 6 months in. Why Not Me with Mike Jackson? It's on all platforms. It's on YouTube. Click and subscribe. But we've had some really wonderful guests and some really incredible conversations. We're going to continue to build it and grow. But I do think folks, as they're finding us, the response has been really incredible, for sure. And it's built for our audience. Again, built for us, but for all at the end of the day.